this one. I realize I haven't put on a. I haven't put on the thumbnail in a while. I, for some reason, don't know how to do this on YouTube. There we go. All right. Looking at what's in that Coke.
Yes, curious how much sugar is in it because it's so little.
Oh, we're live. We got a viewer. Shout out Noti Gang. Um, Post this shebang on my Snapchat story and call it a day.
Ooh.
Where is it on my YouTube? Oh, because I'm on the Wise Guys YouTube. That's why.
Ding, 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 ding. Ooh.
Let's get started. I'm gonna pull up the old fliff. See what the game lines are. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's get started in three, two, and one. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
Doing great, Chris. I'm very ecstatic that the past two Thursday night footballs have been fantastic. We had maybe an all-time Thursday night football game. It was the Rams Seahawks. Rams win off a 2-point conversion walk-off in overtime. It
Seahawks win.
was Seahawks win. Sorry, you're right. I was just getting excited. I was yabbering already. Sam Darnold in the second half looked like he turned into a pumpkin. Maybe towards the end of the first half, and then he got unpumpkified. It's like the clock hit midnight, but then for some reason the glass slipper was still with Cinderella there with Sam Darnold at the end, and they the Seahawks defense forces three and outs in the fourth quarter, four three and outs in the fourth quarter by the Rams, and they were down. It was 16-30. They get the 2 point, the two, or sorry, 16 to or 30 to 14. They get the 16 points to tie it up in regulation. Two 2 point conversions. The one 2 point conversion was a backwards pass that bounced off the helmet of one of the Rams defenders, and then a Seahawk picked it up in the end zone. Controversial call, but I think it was a backwards pass. I think it was the right call. You never really see those calls get thrown around. Maybe in a couple college bowl games you'll see that, or a college rivalry game you'll see a backwards pass, but definitely not in the NFL. We haven't seen that in a while, where a backwards pass has gotten batted, and we've had to review to see if it was a backwards pass or not. But an excellent game. The special teams for the Los Angeles Rams hurt them greatly. Matthew Stafford played fantastic. Um, and it seemed like this is the type of game. I mean, this is what we want to see in the NFC playoffs. This is what we want to see in maybe the NFC Championship. And these two teams are are the contenders coming out of the NFC. I believe. I think they've made their mark here, and we knew it beforehand. But these guys really showed out when the lights were the brightest here on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome game. I just like I can't imagine something like that happening in a playoff game. And even like the stakes for this game are pretty intense considering they're now tied for the 1 seed.
Mhm,
And I think if Seattle wins out, like they are the team that now controls their own destiny,
mhm,
right?
I believe so.
Um, so when the Rams roll into Tampa Bay or Carolina on wild card weekend, it's going to be partly because of that ridiculous 2-point conversion.
Mhm.
Um, but on the other hand, he missed a field goal. He
Yes,
went
they
three
had
and
the
out 3 times in
opportunity.
the fourth quarter. So they definitely had a chance um, to win that game without dealing with the ridiculousness of that 2-point conversion. So it's hard to feel too bad. It definitely was one of the wackiest plays that I think I've ever seen. Just because nobody pounced on it. Like it'd be one
Yeah,
thing if somebody like ran to grab the ball thinking it might have been a touchdown, but Charbonnet literally just picked it up and happened to be in the end zone.
yeah,
Like it's definitely the luckiest play that has resulted in points that I've seen that I can remember. Um, but it was also with 6 minutes left in the game. Like if that was the last, like that was the overtime 2-point conversion, that would be nuts, like
agreed.
truly nuts. But yeah, they had plenty of chances after that. I think they had two possessions, one that
Yes.
ended in a missed field goal and one that ended in another three and out.
Yep,
Um, so yeah, I don't necessarily feel bad for them, but it's definitely like a looking back if Seattle does go 2-0 here to close out the year and they're stuck going on the road. And honestly, it's not that they have to play Tampa or Carolina in the first round. Like that's whatever. It's that you have to go to Seattle
yeah.
rather than host them, which is a massive difference.
Yeah, and you could tell that in this game. It seemed like the 12th man was
Oh
really
yeah,
electric. The second that the punt return touchdown happened in the 3rd quarter, you could really tell, like, this is like, this fan base is riled up. They're
yeah,
super riled up, and they were relentless all the way until till overtime. The I think it's a good sign for the Seahawks because, you look at these big games, we always talk about Sam Darnold and the way that he looked in the first half and most of the 3rd quarter is what you would expect with Sam Darnold in a big game. I mean, that second the first interception wasn't as egregious. It was almost a pick six, and then the second interception to Kobe Turner, who had an amazing
yeah.
game. Kobe Turner, he had interception. He had three big sacks in the fourth quarter. He had a pass deflection in the fourth quarter, and it didn't matter. Like it seemed like everyone was playing well on both sides of the team, or both teams on both sides of the ball. And the reason why the Seahawks were in the hole is because the one player on the Seahawks that wasn't playing well was Sam Darnold. And then the reason why the Rams eventually blow this game is the it seemed like a little bit of the wide receivers getting open late in the game. There was a big catch on 3rd down that was on the ground by the Rams. It was by Mumford. I think that's his name. Some wide receiver that no one's heard of. And it seemed like they just triple teamed Puka Nakua and said, have your other guys beat us. And you got a little bit of Davis Allen, especially early on, but they didn't have anyone else step up to
Yeah,
a high
if
degree.
Adams is in, do
Yes,
they win that game?
agreed. They
Probably.
don't they win that game and honestly it might be they might win it 30 or they might win it 40 to 30 in regulation, even with all the same wacky stuff that happens because those last couple drives you
Yeah,
have
close
Adams.
out.
Yeah, you close out. And and then the special teams for the Rams. If it wasn't for that punt return,
Yeah.
this game doesn't happen. And but that's why the Seattle Seahawks, that's why when you're a good team, that's why you trade for a Raheed Shaheed. And
Hmm.
that's why like there was I remember looking at it after that trade happened, and I was like, man, he really like we thought he would be a perfect complement to JSN. We thought they'd use him in the offense a lot more, and they really hadn't. He was probably trying to find his footing. He clearly had his footing on the punt return, and then later in the game, they do an end around to him that gets like 25, 30 yards. So that was exactly where you needed him in that spot, and you're like, that's why you trade for this guy, even if you don't know where to put him, you don't know what to use him for. That's why you get a fast guy like that and just help out in clearly 2 degrees of football. So you have on the special teams and in the offense. So
Yep. Just
it
get
was
speed.
what
Just getting speed on the field.
Yes. Yes.
Like, even if it's only a couple touches in a game, those couple touches could change the whole complexity of the game.
Yep. And if you are a like I played Puka Nakua in fantasy football, 46 points on my head on Thursday. So that's basically I basically played Kyle Pitts last week. And now like Stafford, if you're a Rams fan, you're like, if we win that game, Stafford locks up the MVP 100%, correct? I mean, he had
Yeah.
450 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, not a lot of bad plays. He had a couple drop passes by Kobe Parkinson, a couple and then like besides Puka, nobody else was really moving that well on the offense. So like you lock up the MVP if you have Stafford there, and or if you win and you clear up the 1 seed. I
Yep.
still even though I'm biased and I don't want him to, I do think that he is the front runner and he should probably win it. Um, and but this game would have 100% solidified it if they ended up
Yeah. Right.
winning. All right. I think the last thing we need to talk about is how to be like the Seattle Seahawks rivalry uniforms.
Oh, I knew. I was waiting to talk about this. I'm not a fan.
Really?
I've never liked the gray ones to begin with, and, like,
No,
the
I
added
love a gray
flair on it,
uniform.
I didn't think I liked either. 'Cause at first, I didn't even realize it, and then, like, they zoomed in, and I was like, "No, no, there's something off about these uniforms." Um, but I do think they're better than the old gray ones that were just, like, the regular helmet and the bland, or I guess not even the old, they still wear them.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like they basically their white uniform only gray.
but yeah. So I think it's better than that because I like the helmet, I think,
The helmet is what
like,
I'm
the
a big fan
feel
of.
on it.
Yeah, I'm a big
I'm
fan
just
of it.
not a gray Seahawks fan.
I always like a gray uniform. I think the number looks cool with the matching of the helmet.
Mhm.
I will admit though, the shoulders, it's not it's better than the lines that they have on the normal one, like the bulky lines that they have on the normal one, but it doesn't wow me. Like it's not like it doesn't pop. It looks like a perfect away uniform, not like a specialty uniform you wear at
It looks like
home.
Oregon.
Well, yeah. Yes,
That
it
looks
does
like
look
something
like
that
Oregon.
Oregon would wear.
Yes. 1,000%. And yeah, I'm a fan of the uniforms though. I like them. I'm a sucker for gray uniforms. I don't know why. I've always liked gray uniforms. And
Pats have a gray uniform?
they used to have a gray uniform. They don't wear it anymore. I'm
Okay.
begging them to wear it at some point. But yeah, they could do a little bit more. Like could they make it look a little bit more like feathers? I feel like if it made it look like feathers, it would be cooler. Why
Yeah.
don't teams do that? Like the Gamecocks never have any feathers on them. It doesn't seem like any team with a bird has any sort of feathers on them. And
Would be
it's
tough to
like
pull off.
I feel like you could do it with this though. Like it's almost there
Yeah.
too, and you look at the lines, just make it look a little feathery. And it's like you got wings on your like I don't know. I feel like it'd be kind of cool. Maybe it's a little dorky though. I'm not
I feel
sure.
like Oregon does that.
Yes, they do. They got the wings.
Yeah, okay. I guess, yeah, it's just very college.
Yeah, I think all the rivalry stuff is pretty college,
Yeah.
but it's cool to switch it up, and it's cool that they use them. It's almost like the color rush back in the day. I'm looking at an Oregon uniform right now. It's white instead of gray, but it looks exactly like the Seattle Seahawks uniform.
Yes.
This is basically the uniform that I found. It's a white jersey instead of gray. Yeah, those are the wings. There's another one that they have the same helmet and they have that same color on the wings version. So
Oregon?
it's possible. Yeah, Oregon does, and it
Yeah.
looks just like Seattle. So it's
Yep.
possible. Maybe they just didn't want to look too much like Oregon, but they're right there anyways. The Seattle Seahawks did clinch the playoffs. Both of the teams, I think, clinched the playoffs no matter the result of this game. So we will be seeing Sam Darnold yet again in the playoffs. We, I will say, like we were out on Darnold, but we knew his regular season would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, after a couple weeks, like, I feel like
Yeah.
there was definitely some concern that leaving that offense wasn't gonna work out well, but then realizing that it was pretty much the same guy that we saw last year.
Yep. What was that week one? Wasn't it week one they played the Niners or something and they looked terrible?
Yeah, he had like
Yeah.
150 yards and 120 were to JSN.
Yes, and they had but that was before they established the real play action, which is what they use now, and they've been a they've been a high-powered team this whole year, so I'm excited to see them in the playoffs. I'm rooting for Sam Darnold. I think we need more good quarterbacks. It's nice to see a number 2 pick come back into relevance. And he did last
And
year, but he then fell apart. It'll be nice to see him hopefully take care of business against the Panthers and the Niners, and I would like to see them do well in the playoffs. It's a likable team.
it is likable. My boss is a Seahawks fan, which
Really?
kind of makes me root against them. Yeah. He's from Washington.
Oh, okay. Cool. So we have our wise picks for the week. We have 2 Saturday games. I think we talked about this last episode. I'm out. Done on the Saturday games. Um,
Well, when the college football playoffs on,
yeah, I'm
it's
just gonna watch
tough.
that instead. Yeah, I'm
Are
done
you
on
though?
Christmas too.
Like, is Packers Bears worse than Oregon JMU?
No, they're lucky with how Oregon JMU is in there because the game could be over by the time Packers Lions or Packers Bears even starts. So
Yeah,
they got lucky there. But I'm just keep the NFL on the certain days that
I know.
they're supposed to be on.
I know.
We had this last conversation, but that's and we'll have it again in Christmas. I'm tired of Goodell's slop getting force fed to us. Um so
It's not big
the
time.
first Saturday game is Eagles Commanders. Eagles are only favored by 6.5,
I was gonna
Chris.
say this is a crazy line.
I that's what are your thoughts here on the do you think Vegas knows something or is it just a bad line?
I mean, I guess like based on the way that they play, like if their offense isn't looks like it did a couple weeks ago, then I could see it being close. But the Commanders' defense is like the worst in the NFL.
They're horrid.
So I don't, huh?
They're horrid.
They are horrid. So I don't like they're no better than the Raiders are. I don't see how they don't hang 30 points on us.
Can you keep up scoring? That's
No, of course not. They'll hang in there. I don't think they'll get curb stomped.
but like lose by
I
10.
get like yeah, I could see a backdoor, I guess. Like if this is a two touchdown game and they score and then go for two, screw everybody with Eagles
Yeah.
spread. That would be
Yeah.
funny.
That would be pretty
Get
funny.
into that.
I don't
Like I
think
don't
you
think
should
they'll be
touch
able to
this
run the
game.
ball at all.
I don't think anyone should touch this game.
No, I agree.
Unless you're an Eagles fan. If you're an Eagles fan, then take the spread because it's a bad line for that. But otherwise, I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
the over
I
under is 44.5. If they were to cover, I think that over has to hit, right?
probably I did this defense is so atrocious. Like any total, I just want to take the over.
I don't hate taking the over in this game. 44.5
Yeah.
is something that I would be interested in later when we get back down the line. But yeah, I don't know if there's too much to worry about. I'm gonna be at a little like Secret Santa gift exchange thing, and they're gonna have the Eagles Commanders on. When JMU and Oregon starts, I will be changing the channel, and I will have to fight a couple Commanders fans and maybe an Eagles fan. Look, and if the game's close, I'll leave it on. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll leave it on. But if it's not close, man, I'm changing the channel. Like it's going to college football playoffs. We could be witnessing history here with JMU. Who knows?
That might be over in the first quarter.
They might also be over in the first quarter. Yeah, and then then you just flip it back. You watch the end of the
Yep. Happy Bears.
yeah, and then Packers Bears. Correct. Speaking of which, Packers Bears. Bears favored -1.5 at Soldier Field over 46.5. Packers will have Watson playing. They will not have Micah Parsons for the rest of the year. That was reported, right? ACL. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if I saw an official report, but that's what I assumed.
that's what I assumed as well. I what was the spread 2 weeks ago? Wasn't it 7?
6.5, yeah.
Oh man,
That can change.
a lot has changed. I like this Bears team, and you know I hate the Packers. I don't think 46.5 is very low, so I kinda like the over, or I guess not very high, so I like the over.
Really?
Yeah, the Bears can score, man. Bears can score. What was the game
Yes.
2 weeks ago? That was 28-21. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the Bears took off 2 quarters. They took off the first half in that game.
I worry about people, like, underrating the Packers now without Parsons. Like, they're basically the same team as they were last year.
Yes, they will be very underrated. They will
So,
be people
that's kinda what worries me about the game, is that it
I'm sure
moved
the
too much
Bears
in
are
the
gonna
Bears'
be.
favor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the Bears
Um,
what's the public money looking like? Do you have that?
I'm about to check, yeah.
Alright, check that.
But the stakes are as high for both teams. It's pretty 50-50 actually. Um,
It's higher for the Bears. If you're the Packers, you wrap it up,
is
you're
it?
making the playoffs, right?
I think,
If the Bears
oh, we
lose,
talked
I
about
they could lose there's a whole bunch of scenarios that could happen after that.
yes.
It is crazy, by the way, that it's week 16 going into, and there's not a single division winner.
That is crazy. There's
I feel like
not?
it hasn't happened in a while. No, the Pats would have been it last week.
Or
They would have been the first ones.
E well, the Eagles will be, I guess. But yeah,
Yes.
that is crazy.
I think this matters much more for the Bears. You're at home. We talked about it last time. You want to you showed that you can compete in this rivalry. Now it's show you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
win in
huge.
this rivalry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they lost their best defensive player. There will be some rah-rah behind that, some camaraderie for the Packers playing for Parsons and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
you have to prove that you are right there in the NFC North. You can't be slow in the first half. You gotta come out swinging. And if they come out swinging, I mean, if they get 7 points in the first half of football, they win the last game. So, or at least it's tied
Yeah.
coming into the end. But they I like this Bears team a lot. I I've been trying to short the Packers for weeks. I do think 1.5. It just bad line. I don't want to see it on either side. Like I'd rather like the Packers be like a little bit favored at the Bears. But I don't. It just scares
It
me
does
that one
feel
and a half.
crazy having the Bears favored in a Bears-Packers game.
I know. I feel like we haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah.
And they did. They beat them in Soldier Field at the end of last year, but I don't think the Packers were
Mhm.
playing for anything.
That didn't matter.
But
Uh, did it matter? No, it's
I,
just for seeding.
yeah, I don't
The
think it
lines
mattered.
on.
Yeah, they were 11-5 going into that game, so I don't think it mattered. Yeah, they played
I think it was
Malik.
at Lambeau
They played
that they
Malik. It
did play
was
Malik.
it was at Lambeau. You're right. The It should be a good game though. I'm noting 46.5. I'm noting 46.5. That
Yeah.
is a noteworthy spread or over under.
I just don't like Sunday night or oh, I guess it's Saturday night. Does that change anything? Over in the Sunday night game is never my play.
It isn't your play, and I love the Pats Ravens over 48.5. I think that's easy. We'll get to them later though.
Wow, there's a lot of money on the Patriots. Wow,
Yeah, because they're underdogs. That's why.
83%.
Woof. I don't like that at all. All right, there's a couple games we can knock out. Bills, Cleveland. What?
Bills letdown spot.
No, I doubt it. I do not think
Good
so.
number. I don't think that the Browns will beat them.
10.5 is a large number.
This it does feel like a Bills spot to like put up a clunker
This is a bad
after
hook
last
too.
week.
Like
Yeah,
if you think 7.5 is bad, 10.5 is
yeah, 10.5 is
brutal.
brutal.
Yeah. Uh, as much as it would be funny to have a Bills letdown spot here, and like even like the Pats, I guess they would. I don't know if they would win the division if they lost. I don't know if they would win the division before even Sunday Night Football, but that would be very funny. That would be hilarious. Um,
A lot of money on the Bills. Ten
yeah,
and a
I'm
half is
not
just a big number.
surprised. 10.5 is a massive number. But is Shadur Sanders going to be able to move the ball? Like we saw
That's
him
the thing. He's so awful.
he played poorly. He played very poorly last week. I don't think that they can move the ball against Buffalo. It's going to be in Cleveland. I guess that I don't know if that matters whatsoever. You don't. I guess you just
A
don't have
little
the
bit,
Bills fans.
yeah.
Yeah, you just don't have the Bills fans yelling at you the whole time.
There might be a lot of Bills fans though.
I
I don't
guess
know if anyone to go to Cleveland.
that's what I was gonna say. Especially like you already live in the cold. If you're gonna go somewhere to travel, like you're not gonna go to Cleveland. Um. All right. Can we move on? I mean, is there
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
that you
Sorry,
possibly like? No, no, that's fine. Like, is there?
I'm gonna
Um.
consider that the 10.5. Absolutely
Okay. All right. Throw it in the bucket. We'll throw it in the bucket.
in the bucket.
Um. Bengals Dolphins. Quinn Ewers first start. Is there a rally behind Quinn at home? This game's a
This line is
problem.
weird because the bank like after like how depressing the Bengals were last week, it kind of feels like they shouldn't be favored. But
47 and a half. 47. That's higher than the Packers Bears.
Ewers,
That's an under. That's an under. Come on.
okay.
Joe Burrow scored 0 points last week. He's depressed. And then we have Quinn
Yeah, but
Ewers
that's
on
not
the
gonna
other
happen
side.
again, right? Against the Dolphins.
I didn't think it would happen once. Like what are we doing? Why does that happen once in an NFL quarterback?
It's fair.
The
It's the
that's a
Dolphins.
screaming under to me. It's a screaming under. I mean, Quinn Ewers is going to complete 12 checkdowns, maybe like I don't I don't know. The issue is both defenses are awful. That's why the line is at.
They're
But
so
but
bad. Yeah.
but if Joe Burrow plays like he did last week, then both quarterbacks are awful. Actually, I guess we have no idea what
Right.
Quinn
If
Ewers will
it
look like.
doesn't, then the over definitely hits.
Yeah. What if Quinn? Yeah, but what if Quinn Ewers is good too? What if he's just like slicing and dicing? That'd be kind of fun. I'd root for Quinn. I guess we do have to face him, so I wouldn't root too hard, but I'd root him
I
this
would
week.
be. That's how you would know the Pats are back, though. They lost to the Dolphins, and
Yeah, as long as we get, as long if we beat the Ravens then lose to the Dolphins, like that's Super
yeah,
Bowl. We're ready for the Super Bowl,
yep,
and it would have to be off some embarrassing fashion, like
right,
the
yeah.
Miami. Yeah, it
Not
would
just
have to
like
be.
they don't just outplay you for 60 minutes, but
Yeah, it would have to be the last minute, just completely blow the game. That's true. Yeah, that is true. Um, Titans Chiefs. Give me the Titans plus 2.5. I'm not put.
really,
It's in the bucket. It's in the bucket. It's not a. It's not
really,
a. It's not a wise pick yet. But I love the Titans
I
plus
think
two
that
and a half.
line's crazy.
Dude, Gardner Minshew. Come on, bro. They didn't even look good with
He's fine,
Mahomes.
better than Cam Ward.
No, no, stop that.
No,
No,
really.
Gardner Minshew sucks. He sucks. We talked about this last time. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for his long hair and his funny antics. He sucks.
I've seen Gardner Minshew play 20 times the amount of good games that I've seen Cam Ward
Well,
play.
because he's played 20 times more games. That's not fair.
Not 20,
Well, yeah,
25.
okay. I'm looking up the Chiefs injury report right now. We're gonna
They're
list off
still
some
a good
names.
team, right? Maybe they're not actually. Now that I think about
Trent
it,
McDuffie's out. Rasheed Rice is out. Jawan Taylor's out.
If Rice is out.
Uh, Leo
That is question.
Chanel is out. Yeah, they're all out. They all got changed to out today. Um,
Okay,
so they're missing a tackle, interior O lineman, best cornerback, best wide receiver. They don't have Patrick Mahomes. That I'm putting it in the bucket. It's bucket worthy. It is
I'm
so
just staying
bucket
away
worthy.
from.
It's probably a stay away. It's probably like a call the hotline if I take this as a wise pick.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Two terrible teams fighting against each other. Weird line coming up.
That anybody is only favored against the Titans by 3 is kind of insane to me, though.
I'm
Like
seeing
they
two
are
and a
that.
half too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's plus money too on my book. I'm just staring at it. A weird line. I think this is a strange line. Chargers plus 1.5 at the Cowboys. Is it? Is this just no trust on the O line for the Chargers, and we
Yeah,
don't know
I
what the
feel like
Chargers look like week to week?
yeah, it's almost like we're running out of magic with the Chargers these last couple weeks.
it has been getting closer and closer, it seems like every week. Like they
Yeah.
should have lost the Eagles game. They should have lost the Chiefs game. The Cowboys aren't going to just roll over. Like as much as I think they're out of the playoffs, right? Are they eliminated or not officially?
Uh, I
They
don't
could
think
still
if I think
technically
they're
win the
still
division, right?
correct. Yeah. Um,
So I guess, man, I
yeah.
guess but
They
if the
know.
Commanders lose on Saturday, then they're done. Eagles win the division and they're
Yes.
eliminated. So maybe this game
Yeah,
means nothing for them, and it means everything for the Chargers.
it's true.
I think 1.5 is fishy. That's a fishy line.
I don't hate Dallas.
And the
I just
Chargers
feel like the
defense played
Chargers are
well.
due.
They are. They're playing with fire. They're playing with fire.
Yeah.
And then if the issue with the Chargers is that when they finally the fire, I guess they play with fire and it burns down the house. They
Fire
lose 30
rises.
they lose 5 they lose 35-6 to the Jaguars. Like that's what happens when you play with fire is that you end up losing to the Jaguars by 29 points. Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Maybe it's a stay away then. It's going to be a good game though. Should be a good
Yeah.
game.
I like Dallas.
All right, we can put Dallas in the bucket for you.
All right, it'll be in the bucket.
All right, Vikings Giants. Who gives a shit? Who cares?
I mean, can I bet on Jackson Dart leaving this game with an injury? That feels
That
like a
I feel
guarantee.
like the line would be minus 500. You wouldn't be getting any sort of juice on that one.
Not that I want to root for an injury, but how is Minnesota only minus 2.5? That's kind of crazy.
They
They've
don't know what
won
to
two
do with
straight.
9.
Now they don't know what to do with nine. That's
No,
fair.
they don't know what to do with
What
9
a what a
whatsoever.
soft landing for him this year, though. Like he's gotten to face the Commanders, Cowboys, and Giants defenses 3 weeks in a row now.
That is nice. It's good little PR
If
for
that doesn't
9
help him
coming to
bounce
next
back,
season. Yeah,
yeah,
so
he's
especially for the
screwed.
start of the season, it's a
Yeah,
good that's good for 9. I,
they should shut him down again after the Giants.
I don't hate Minnesota 2.5. I don't want to watch this game though. I really do not care.
No, I'm not taking anything in this game.
I just like it's 43.5 is the line. I don't mind the over, I guess, to give out advice, but I
I
I
don't
have
hate,
no interest.
but
I don't hate
taking a
this.
9 over feels kind of sick.
Right? That's the thing. And a 9 spread, like you it could be 2 minutes into the game and you're like, dude, I've been on freaking 9. Um, all right, let's keep this train rolling because there's another one that it's like, all right, man, Jets Saints, cool. It's the game that's
Saints
happening.
minus 6.5 is
I
outs.
know. I know. Is this Brady Cook again? We seeing
I
Brady?
think so. Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I like not anything in this game either, but that is a
Oh, I think
patently
this is a call
absurd.
the number game. Oh, they signed Hendon Hooker. They should give Hendon Hooker a shot. I always wanted to see him get a shot. Yeah, this is a call the number game, bro. Shane saying I'm not gonna be changing the channel from the Eagles. Yeah, bro, we'll see. All right. I think that's the analysis I think that we have for Saints Jets. If you're a shuckster, I guess this game's fun. Maybe some shuck lines could be a play. Like what's his passing yards? Let me look. I don't hate his passing yards.
Can we? We're-
216. I'm not betting on the Tyler Shuck. It's not a bad line though. Not a bad line. Let's move on. Next up, very
Oh
important
no,
game. Huh?
Panthers. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say Panthers, Buccaneers. Very important game. I kind of wrote these teams off last episode. I'm not writing them back in, but at least it'll be an interesting game for stakes wise. We get to have some sort of stakes on these games. So the line
oh,
is -2.5. Tampa Bay. Carolina's at home. The Panthers, they they're doing the snip snap thing. They've been doing it all year. It's you win, you lose, win, you lose. Now they're at home. Like when they're at home, it seems like they're a completely different beast. Tampa Bay hasn't shown me anything that's promising. They just had a humiliating loss in Thursday Night Football last week, though. So maybe that means something. I mean, Todd Bowles is like if they lose this division, Todd Bowles has got to be on some sort of hot seat, right?
So yeah, just the way the season is completely melted down.
That's what I'm saying. Because I like even if they I mean if they win the division, I think you keep them. But if they end up not making the playoffs, there's got to be a conversation in the front office.
I agree. There's a Baker thing too.
Yeah, are
Like,
they
is he
both?
just he's been banged up this whole
Yeah.
year, or like is he just playing on fire for a couple weeks and now it's kind of coming back to the real Baker?
Is he a who's the Jags head coach now?
Owen.
Yeah, is he a Cohen merchant?
But
Is he just
after 7 weeks, he was the
I
MVP of the
know.
league.
I know. It's very
I
strange.
think he's been banged up.
That's how I feel too, and that's how I want to feel. I want to believe that he's just banged up, but they have to like I mean, this is Tampa Bay. If you want me to care about your playoff game, you have to beat the crap out of the Panthers. I think that's kind of the rule. And
Oh, I
honestly,
think
same
you
thing goes.
beat him this week and then whoop him at home.
Okay, so just beat him. You just beat him.
Yeah, get
And I
out
guess the
alive
same
this
the
week.
same goes for Panthers, I guess. I mean, if one of those two games they beat the crap out of him, then maybe I don't know. I'm not getting behind the
Panthers at
Panthers.
home are dangerous.
I know, but then they've also lost to the Saints at home. They lost to the Saints twice. Swept by the Saints. Like they are dangerous at home because like
That's
they
the
beat the
Chuck
Rams at
thing.
home. They but then they've lost to the Panthers. They got blown out 40-9 at from Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with them. They're an enigma,
They are an enigma. Because then they also blew
really.
out the Falcons 30-0 early in the season.
Yes.
Dolphins at home, Cowboys at home, but I guess those two teams suck. This is the good bad team, I think.
Yes.
They beat up on the bad
Not
team. I mean, but then
the
so
Bucks are a
what does that
bad
make
team.
the Saints? What makes the Saints? Does that mean they're
Well,
like
you have to split the Saints in two. You have to look at the Shuck games versus the Rattler games.
guess so.
Saints are frisky with Shuck. They were ass
They're
with Rattler.
Shutsky.
They're not
They're
frisky.
Shutsky. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. This isn't great analysis for
I've
like
yet to watch
football
Tyler Shuck.
analysis.
I've yet to like sit down and watch him play football.
No, no. And you
Like
know what?
I kind of
They,
want him to just stick him in prime time one of these weeks
oh, these
because I'm
guys
not
like
gonna like couldn't rationalize watching this game
I
over.
will I will
Well,
allow people to tell me that the that Shuck is good. Shuck, they can tell me Shuck is good. I'll figure out whenever he comes on primetime and embarrasses himself. But they can tell me until
this actually
later.
might be worth like this and Chargers Cowboys are really the only two watchables in the 1 o'clock slate.
Talking about Panthers.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. The 1 o'clock slate sucks. Sucks.
it is that point in the season where the 1 o'clock slate is never good because it's just
Yes,
eliminated teams or good teams against eliminated teams
I agree.
because of all the good games at four.
Yep. And let's get to
Although I will say the 4 o'clock slate
there's
also
two
not
bad. There's
fantastic.
two bad. There's two. There's one good in the 4 o'clock. There's one right under good, and then there's two
Yes,
bad.
yeah.
So let's knock out the bad ones. Falcons Cardinals.
Honestly, could be great.
It could be fun. Kirk
Smells like an
Cousins
over.
versus Jacoby Brissett.
I'm
Well,
starting Jacoby Brissett in a fantasy championship game this week.
I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you,
He
honestly.
hasn't gotten less than 18 points since he took the job in week 6.
Yeah, he's nice. You want to know the over?
48.
Yeah, that's they know that you'd like the over. Vegas is begging you to take the over on that one. That's a high over. That is a high over. Analysis wise, like I guess you want to see something a little bit from Michael Wilson continuing. You want to see something from Kyle Pitts. You want to see if Kyle
Kirk
Pitts.
Cousins versus Jacoby Brissett is so sad.
I know,
Like
especially
for
with
two
like that.
teams that are bad.
Yeah, it is. You just I
Nothing to
guess if
root.
you want yeah, you wanna see Kyle Pitts do well, maybe Drake London
They're
plays,
not gonna
and
resign it.
well, that's the thing. I think that's the questions for the rest of the season for the Falcons, right? Is what do we do with Kyle Pitts?
Yeah.
And I don't there's nothing really interesting. That's all I got. I got Michael
Your Kyle
Wilson
Pitts
and Kyle
opinion should
Pitts.
already be formed by now. You should not allow the last 4 games
No,
of the season
mine's not.
to inform a contract decision.
I don't blame the GM of the Falcons because mine's not. Mine's not formed. I still believe. There's still belief in
This
my heart
year,
for Kyle Pitts.
is it 4 or 5?
It's 5. No, because they didn't pick up his 5th year. This is 4.
Yeah, he's gone. They're not resigning
He'll be a fantastic Kansas City Chief when Patrick Mahomes come back.
him.
He's 25 years old. God,
Hmm,
that's
I'd
what
take him.
that's oh yeah, if
He's
he was
gonna
on the
get way too much
Patriots,
money though.
see, that's what he's got to play for. He's got to have these games
Yes,
so
it's
somebody gives
fine.
him a bag. All right. So those are our two interesting things about Cardinals Falcons is Michael Wilson and Kyle Pitts. So that's your analysis on it too. Raiders Texans, your analysis is the Raiders are going to get smacked.
This
Thir-
is one of my favorite
13 and a half,
lines that
not low, not high enough.
I see 14 and a half, and the total's 37 and a half.
Oh, I see 38.
Well, yeah, same thing.
Mm.
But just trying to do math, like
Well,
quick
38
math
and
in
a half
my
then, yeah.
head, that means they expect the Texans to win 20, no wait, 26-13, about 26-12 actually would be gross. So gross.
Raiders aren't scoring. Raiders aren't scoring. They didn't score against the Eagles. They're not scoring.
I
They,
know they didn't score.
they are abysmal. They were abysmal. Besides
They're
week
another one
one,
that's just sad, like nothing to be excited about. Because like you have Genty and it just doesn't matter.
you have
It's
Genty,
the
you
only
got Brock Bowers.
fantasy.
Those are the only two players on the team that I think are worth a damn. I mean, there's
Crosby?
Max Crosby. Max Crosby. I was gonna say there's no defenders, but then Max Crosby is on such a bad team that like I just forgot he existed. He's one of the best edge rushers in the NFL, and I just forgot he existed because
Yeah,
he could leave. He physically cannot make an impact because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
sure.
It is
Yeah, they're a bummer.
they are a
They're a
bummer.
bummer.
I'm throwing 13 and a half in the bucket. I know it probably would be the biggest wise pick spread that we have picked, but I don't really care. Just it's in the bucket. It's not anything in solid, but it's in the bucket. Let's talk about all right, we'll leave the most interesting game for last, but Steelers Lions. Lions minus 7.5 is what I'm seeing. Over under 52. This is a classic Steelers lose. Classic.
Yeah, I don't hate
Classic
the
Steelers
Lions
lose.
here, to be honest. Steelers are
No,
getting a little bit too close to the sun.
yep. They're almost above 500. They need to get one more loss or they need two more losses at the end of the season, but
Yeah,
they need to get one of them here.
their defense also sucks. Like this is a
Yeah,
horrible
TJ
matchup
Watt's
for
not even
them.
playing. Yeah, TJ Watt's not even playing. It is a I also like 7.5 for the Lions. I don't think that this is gonna be
I have it
close.
without them too. I have 7.
Ooh,
It's six
no
and a half
hook.
on FanDuel.
Ooh. Ooh, 6.5. Now we're talking.
We
That is
might have to wrestle over that pick.
yeah, I was gonna say that's a good it's a fantastic pick. I don't like the over, but I do like 6.5.
Yeah,
52 is
I
too
don't hate
much.
the over. I feel like the Lions score. This feels like a Lions 40 bomb.
Yeah, but I think that if they score 40 of the Steelers, I mean, I guess the Lions defense is
Yeah, they'll
bad
hang in
too.
there. Lions defense is tube.
Yeah, that's true. It could be like 40-14 too, when it hits. So
Yeah,
I don't.
I'd
Okay,
rather have the Lions spread that. Like no reason to mess around with it.
yeah, that might have to be a battle. That's a good line. All right, and then my game besides the Sunday night football game, which is of course my game of the week, but my second game of the week is Jags Broncos. Very excited for this game. I
Kind of like the Jags,
plus three and a
to be
half. They got
honest.
the hook. They got the
Yep.
hook. It is, it's gonna show a
I love
lot.
taking the spread against the Broncos.
Yes. Yes, they've been a great team to capture the spread on, and I'm not doing an under. I've done enough Broncos unders, I think, this season to ruin.
Yeah, they don't hit as much as you'd think.
No, they really don't. It's because they keep it close and then end up winning in the 4th quarter, so that means they always keep up with whatever points comes with them.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Trevor Lawrence before a number 1 in the AFC. This is basically it won't be playoff intensity, but it's a playoff matchup that we could see,
Mhm.
and I think that I love how Liam Combs been coaching this team. They just inked up Jacoby Myers for another 4 years, 3 years, I think it was, 3 years, 60 million guaranteed. Or no, 40 million guaranteed and 60 million with incentives. I love the move. What would worry me is he's no longer contract year Jacoby Myers. Now he's now he's settled Jacoby Myers. So I hope it doesn't change up how he's been playing. He's been playing
He
fantastic
was
for
good
this
with the
team.
Raiders the last couple years.
He was a good Patriot. Um,
Yeah.
so he's really unlocked this offense though for the Jaguars, and I'm excited to
It's funny
see
that, like, he used
the
to miss some
matchup.
piece.
Yeah, right.
All they
Well, and
needed was Jacoby Myers. It didn't matter
in
that Travis Hunter was out for the year. They just needed Jacoby Myers.
it almost makes sense though, because it's like you have you have Thomas, who's been this like he's had such a bad year. He hasn't been
Mhm.
consistent at all. You have Parker Washington, who's been good on the outside, good in the slot, and then you just have Jacoby Myers, who it's like, oh, when everything collapses in the pocket, he'll be open, and you can just hit him on a drag
Yep.
route. Um, so it is very funny that he's the missing piece. I'm also excited to see Bo Nix in a playoff scenario almost. Um, I liked how he played last week. I
I've
mean, we
seen him
saw
a
him in a
couple
playoff
times.
scenario. Yeah, I was gonna say we saw it last week against the
And
Packers.
against
I
the
think he played
Chiefs.
well, and against the Chiefs, and he played well in that game. And so I'm excited to continue to see him play in these types of games and see what their offense looks like against another good, well coached team and another AFC team that should be high powered. It'll be a fun game. This is going to be I mean, for the 4 o'clocks and for this whole week, this is probably the game of the week. Besides, as I mentioned, Pats Ravens. Um,
Yeah, they
but
did spread out the marquee games very well. Like Saturday
yeah,
night, Sunday
yep,
score, Sunday night, all good games.
yes, I agree. And yeah, that's kind of all I got though. I'm rooting for a good game. I'm rooting for the Jags, but I don't really care either way. But it should be a fun game.
I think I put myself in a box here because I said I'd be in on the Jags if they kept it close versus
Yes.
Denver. I didn't think about is that everybody keeps it close against Denver. Like the Giants kept it close. Commanders did too. So
That is the thing.
man,
Denver has been playing
well,
in like even when you think it's a bad matchup, like say the Commanders, like they play in these fun games. They have close games, and
they play
that
down to their
might
competition.
they do. Will that come to bite them? Come to bite them come playoff time?
So,
Yeah, it's just I'm thinking about that
but they
Raiders
also play
Raiders
up to their
7-10
competition.
game. Yes, they do because they keep up score with the Packers. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They but then they play.
They come back at Philly.
Yes, they come back in Philly. They come back against the Giants. But then you have like 10-7 Raiders on Thursday Night Football. You get the back, and they were winning that game by well more than they should have been, but
Yeah, they
then
had the Raiders handled
they
for
had
the
the
second
second Raiders
time.
game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
overtime Commanders, not great.
no, and then like even at the beginning of the year, it's like you keep it close against the Titans team that you had no business keeping it close against. Um it's an interesting team. They're kind of like the new age Steelers, no?
Like
Defense you
The
trust a
2020
lot.
Steelers or
Yeah,
just Steelers in general.
like the Steelers in their I think the Steelers have always played up and down in their competitions. And I guess like probably like the last good Big Ben year Steelers is kind of what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, but that offense was pretty electric. Like in terms of, yeah, playing up and down in their competition, absolutely.
Yeah, and good defense that makes stops when need be.
Yeah.
And I think I think that's kind of where what I want to see. Like I think this Broncos offense can get electric and have moments,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they don't have the namesake players to like to bat like they don't have the Le'Veon Bell and the Antonio Brown and
Yeah.
the Big Ben, but maybe like clearly they have everything they trust everything in the world with Bo Nix. So it's these are two interesting young AFC teams that I'm excited to watch. It's my bottom line.
Agree.
All right. I'm very nervous about the Ravens. I'm very nervous. It's almost a must win for me. It doesn't need to be in the trajectory of the
Not
season,
all.
but to me it's almost a must win. I have to feel confident going into the playoffs. And if
I know.
they don't have Robert Spillane, they're finally getting a couple defenders back, but no one big. That I don't know who's gonna. Again, I said this. I think I said this last episode. I don't know who's gonna tackle Derrick Henry. I don't know how that's gonna happen. I'm not. So funny enough, this is the first Ravens Pats game where I haven't been. I'm not scared of Lamar. I'm worried about Derrick Henry. I'm worried
Yeah.
about the Pats offense getting stuck in a bad rhythm, bad habits. And I'm worried that like I'm sure Lamar will make a couple plays, but I don't think he'll make a couple plays with his legs, which is why I'm not scared.
Yeah,
He
he
hasn't
won't
been
like
good on his
single hit.
legs all year. So if he throws a couple deep balls on me, so be it. I think Christian Gonzalez can have a really good game against whatever bum receiver they put up against him. And then but it's really Derrick Henry. If they can slow down Derrick Henry, they can win this football game. If not, it'll
It's
be
kind of like
back
what
and
happened
forth.
last week. And slow down James Cook.
Exactly. Exactly. And in the first game against the Bills, they had Milton Williams,
Mhm.
they had Robert Spillane, they were able to stop James Cook, and then we end up winning the game. So they desperately need to be able to stop Derrick Henry. He has looked old at certain points of the season. The Pats are plus 100 at plus 2.5, so I find that surprising. That also kind of scares me.
They're
Kind of makes me,
underdogs.
yeah, that they're underdogs. Over 48.5, I don't hate. I don't because I don't trust the Ravens defense. But I haven't had one of these since the Bills game. I mean, which that was last week, but since these are the first two since the first Bills game. I'm just it didn't work out well last
No,
week either.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all. I mean, that's all I got. I think Drake May's gonna have a day on their secondary. I think Trayvon Henderson will be good. It all depends. Like if they just need to be consistent. If they get up early, they need to keep doing what they've been doing, and they can't like the best case scenario is we get up 14 nothing and then the Ravens don't want to run the football anymore because that's what the Ravens do. So they just give up on the run and completely soil themselves in this game. That is what I'm looking forward to or looking for in this game. But at night at Baltimore, maybe that's why the spread is what the spread is, but it's just an eerie
I
fear
do feel like
feeling.
there's 5 years of Ravens football baked into this number, and they're just not the same this year.
I
Like
like that.
I would love the Ravens in this game if I wasn't so down on them. Like I feel like the market is slowly adjusting.
Yeah.
Like why should they be the same spread against the Bengals as they are against the Patriots? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. I know it's in Baltimore, but still.
Well, and it's the same spread as New England or Buffalo at New England. So I find that weird too. So we're saying, I guess we're saying both those teams are even because one was away and one. No, that wouldn't work either.
Right.
Or would that
Yeah,
work
close to it. Well, Buffalo probably would have been a 5 point favorite
at home?
if it was at home.
Yeah. So they're saying that's a 3 point difference. It's crazy to me. It seems a little
Yeah,
baffling.
it does feel backwards. The public money is throwing me off big time.
Well, and that's what scares me too. It's like
The most lopsided, like one of the most lopsided ones I've seen this whole season.
this
I'll
is the
stop looking
old
at that though and
this is
not
the
consider it.
ultimate this is the ultimate fraud funeral for Patriots haters. Like this is
And
it. Like if they look bad,
will the Ravens be wearing black?
they're wearing black and then purple. So it's not all black, which I actually
It's
was a
still
fan.
black.
I was that was fine with me. It's not black on black, which I was fine. I was like, all right, I'll take black on purple.
Black on black is scary.
That's why. Yes, I know. They always win. It feels like whenever they're in black on black. Um, the so like that basically the whole season is for nothing if and it's
Oh,
not because
stop
we'll make the playoffs, but like
goodness.
do you not do you understand where I'm coming from? We're gonna be the
Is your
biggest
opinion on Drake
frauds.
May change at all if they
What?
lose this game? Does your opinion on Drake May change at all if they lose
No,
this game?
no.
Then it doesn't. Then it's not. It doesn't matter.
But
And
the
you've caught yourself back-to-back weeks in games where you have almost nothing to lose and the opponent has everything to lose. Those are hard games to win in the NFL. You're fine.
I'm just already thinking about the takes on Monday morning. It's like, oh, this past team was frauds the whole time. Ah, ah, ah. I just don't want to sit through it, Chris. Just don't want to sit through it. And but you're right. We're
It's a
basically
must-win game, though. Like
it
they have to
is.
start winning games.
It is a must-win game for the Ravens. It was basically a must-win for the Bills last week. They're and then the Pats have the Jets and the Dolphins to
Yeah,
limp at. But I don't want to limp into the playoffs. I want to be strong.
you wouldn't be looking at it. You'd be playing with the Jets and the Dolphins. Like get two blowouts if we're going into the playoffs.
Yeah, but that against bad teams. Come on. I've gotten the stupid schedule shit's getting in my head.
I
Everyone
know.
talking about the goddamn
There's nothing
schedule
you
is
can do about
I know it's starting to bother me though. It didn't bother me
it. And
earlier,
you
but
beat
then
the
now it's
Bills
bothering me.
already in Buffalo.
I know we beat Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay.
Granted,
They
that
were
was
supposed to be good.
3 years ago, but they'll be.
Ugh. All right. Well, I appreciate you talking me through it. And if they win, top of the world. That's all. I'll be
Yeah.
fine. Oh,
You know the
I'm.
Ravens aren't even that
I also I think
good.
that is the issue
It's
too.
a
Is I've
lose
just been
lose. It's
yes,
a
I have
lose lose.
been
But it's
shitting on
not.
the Ravens.
It's a lose lose in terms of like discourse, but it's a win lose. It's actually a win win. Like you lose this game, it really does not matter. And if you win
I
this
know.
game, then
Yeah,
you're
it's all
happy.
just like the first takes of
I know.
the first takeification of the world.
Yeah. But when it's not even that, it's the people that you know, right? Like you're not gonna get
That too.
annoyed by what Stephen A says, but like
Yeah, you got a good point.
the people that listen to this podcast might get in your head a little bit.
Yes, I think you got a good point there. Um,
How many Twitter fights if they lose this game?
none, no Twitter
What
fights.
about if they win?
There might be a
How many
Twitter fight
Twitter
if they win.
fights?
And
Because
I
you
think
know
that's
that take is like, oh, this is the worst Ravens team we've seen in 6 years. No,
oh yeah,
Chris.
the
This is
excuses will be
true.
flying. The excuses will be flying. And I think that might be part of the issue too, is that I've just been shitting on the Ravens for having their bad year, and if they come in and win, I'm gonna look like a putz. I don't want to look like that.
Well, but you have said you've been looking forward to this game for several weeks now, saying
Yes,
that like this is a big game. So
yes, that is true.
I wouldn't ding you there.
Yeah, and I think I've played it well because like I have been nervous about these games, and I've been
Yeah,
talking about it, so I think I've played it well. Um,
yeah,
just
you're
trying to be a respectful fan this year. There's
doing a good job.
thank you, thank you. Let's go to the Monday night game. I'm actually looking forward to this game too, just because we
Yeah,
get to
talk
see
about
Philip Rivers on Monday Night Football in prime time.
the more Philip Rivers, the better.
Yeah, I
Genuinely,
know. Can they flex all of his games to prime time? Even if they look sloppy and if it's a 16-13 win by the Niners, I still
nostalgia.
wouldn't care. Yeah, I was gonna say I still wouldn't care. I'd want him to be on prime time. I don't really have too much analysis for this game. I know that the Colts defense is going to be good. The 49ers pass rush is terrible, so it's actually the perfect situation for Philip Rivers to play against because they don't get any pass rush. But that being said, I think the San Francisco team is very good. We get to see Brock Purdy against a real defense, so I think that's a plus. And I just hope I hope Philip Rivers keeps it close again. I hope to see him at least win one game of the season. Um, I think
Yeah,
this 49ers are a fun sleeper team to root for, so maybe not against this week, but
yeah,
um,
they're hot too.
yeah, and we've talked about it. They got the worst schedule I think in the NFL left. They just face the Seahawks, then they have the Niners, Jaguars, and Texans. So
Yeah,
it might be as hard as it gets. The Bears are one is hard too, but that's as hard as it gets.
or Colts.
That line is five minus 5.5 over 46.5. I don't hate the under. I don't hate the cold
I
spread.
was thinking that too.
Yeah, I don't hate the under
I
on that
don't.
at
I
all.
don't touch anything from 4 to 5.
Yeah, that's fair.
The Bill
That's
Simmons
definitely
rule,
fair.
right? The
Yeah,
Vegas
The
zone.
Vegas zone. Yeah, it is definitely a Bill Simmons rule. That's a Bill Simmons rule that he breaks all the time. It's
I
like,
feel
oh, this
like
is in
I'm
the
pretty
Vegas
good
zone.
at
Yeah, you got rules. You got more rules than I do. I'm more a
my
little chaotic.
standards.
Yeah, you do have standards. All right.
Yeah, right. Colts plus 5.5. No. Browns plus 10.5. Now you're talking.
All right, let's take out the things in our bucket. I have the Packers over 46.5. Packers Bears over 46.5 in my bucket. I have the Titans plus 2.5 in my bucket. I had I had the under right in the Dolphins Bengals.
You did.
I did have that in my
Then you were
bucket.
worried about Quinn Ewers getting hot.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm too. Yeah, that is true. I gotta get worried about that. Um, dude, they're begging you to take the
The
9 over.
Jag.
The Giants Vikings, they are just absolutely begging you to take the over. 43.5 is like a it's like almost